Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake-up call with Maui Paul. I'm Maui Paul. We are here today to start our day with some positive affirmations about ourselves. We're here to say some nice things, and we're here to do that in the form of some I am statements. We're going to make some I am statements, and as we do this, we are very much taking control over our own internal narrative. And so here we are to do that. What's going to happen is I'm going to pull a card off my I am deck, and I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. What I'd like for you to say out loud is I am that affirmation. As we affirm these things together, we are altering the course of our own lives. And so good morning to Lauren. Good morning to Shauna. Good morning, Brenda Jean. It's nice seeing you ladies here this morning to join with me as we affirm these empowering things. So let's begin. I'm going to pull a card and say that today I am constructive. I am constructive. My words and actions build others up. So I am constructive. My words and actions build others up. Are you constructive? You are constructive. Your words and actions build others up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that down in the chat. And as I write it in the chat, I am making it even more real. And good morning to you, Amanda. I see that you've showed up as well. It is nice that you are here on the broadcast. So I am constructive. My words and actions build others up. And isn't that what we do in life? When we build other people up, we get to have the wonderful privilege of having a friend group that's been built up. And we understand, because the world tears us down, we understand the world tears down the people around us too. The world's always telling us that we're not rich enough, or we're not pretty enough, or there's some way in which we're not enough. We're not accomplished enough. We're not successful enough. Good morning there, Mima. It's good to see you on the call this morning. But these are the messages of the world. Good morning, Jelly. These are the messages of the world that we're not enough. And so when we construct other people, when we build them up, as we intentionally work on helping them be better, and just by pointing out the ways that they're already awesome, and as we do that, we get to be surrounded by these empowered people. And how cool that is. I feel like I'm completely surrounded by empowered people, by authentic people. And part of that positivity, part of that authenticity, part of that empowerment is because of the words that I use. Because every time they say something nice about themselves, I double down on that nice thing that they said about themselves. And every time they say something that's not nice about themselves, I tell them to be careful about their I am statements, because they control our world. And just these little things, these little supportive things that we do have a profound effect. Somebody was telling me just yesterday how she feels like she's a lot more positive ever since I came into her world, and how that's just a big thing in her life, is that she's like, yeah, I feel like my internal monologue says nicer things now. And I think that that's just so empowering and so important. That is very much my life's work. Good morning, Jin and Tonic. You are both constructive, and you're always building me up. So thank you for doing that. And I hope you're enjoying your new hula hoop. So anyways, I am constructive today. And I chose this imagery for constructive. I was thinking about, as I made these cards, I was wondering what kind of imagery do I want for a card about being constructive. And I chose this mosaic. And the reason I chose the mosaic is because all of these pieces in the mosaic typically are the rejected pieces. We make mosaics out of pottery shards. We make it out of the stuff that's not really suitable to be used for anything else. And that stone that the builders rejected, as it were, has indeed become the capstone. That stone that the builders reject, the us that we reject, the broken people that are all around us, we figure out how they fit, and we fill them in and bolster them up and create something absolutely beautiful. Mosaics are completely beautiful. And so that's why I chose this. Like none of these pieces are the same size or shape or color. All of these pieces are slightly different, and all of them at one point were broken. And as they and it's the same way with people. Like all of us as people, we're broken. And when we build each other up, and when we construct each other, we find our place, and all of our rough edges and all of our irregular parts find their place inside of a mosaic. And that's why I chose this as the imagery for this card. So I am constructive, and I'm committed today to using my words and my actions to build other people up. And building other people up can be as simple as telling them that they're awesome, or pointing out if they put some effort towards something, pointing out that you notice that they put the effort toward it. It's as simple as liking the posts that my friends put up on Facebook when they are advertising their businesses, or their, any kind of an opportunity that they have. Just hitting that like button. It's as easy as edifying somebody who puts themselves out there on the internet, or puts themselves out there in real life, and saying, "Hey, I recognize that what you're doing is special, and I just want to tell you that." That sort of encouragement is vital for folks. I mean, it's vital for me too. When you guys are here and you're willing to comment on this stream, and willing to play the game, play the I am game, say the words about yourself, when you're doing that, you are building me up. That is the best feedback that I get, is when I see the comments scrolling down. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for helping me to create a positive space on the internet. This is something that we are constructing together, and it is an absolutely beautiful thing. Good morning, Donna. It is nice to see you on the call today. So yeah, we are constructive people, and this card is our permission slip to not only construct in our own lives, and not only look at all the broken and oddly shaped pieces in our own lives and say, how do those go together? But also, it's an invitation for us to really see the people around us, and help them to understand that they too fit in this world, that they belong, that they belong here. And another friend of mine was talking about how she has some issues of feeling like she doesn't belong, even when she very much does belong. And she, and I just looked at her and I said, I affirm that you belong, that you belong here, that you belong now. All of us belong. All of us belong here and now. That's why we're here and now. And good morning, Brenda Jean. It is wonderful to see you here on the Wake Up Call. So anyways, we are constructive. This card is our permission slip to be constructive today. And indeed, I have plenty of things to construct, and so do you. And thank you for being a part of this project. This thing was really born of my personal one of my personal morning rituals. When I pull these I am cards, I used to pull I am cards that were made by somebody else, and I would say these words. I am are such powerful words, and so I need to have this physical thing in my world. So if you need a copy of this, one of these decks, I can get that over to you. You just let me know. Send me a private message, and I will happily get you a deck. It's got 36 empowering affirmations, and I kid you not, these things are all over my house, so that everywhere I look, that there is an empowering I am statement. So I will return tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. I'm sorry, not 9:30, at 9 a.m. I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. for the Wake Up Call with Maui Paul. If it's 9:30, it's because I overslept. Hopefully that don't happen. But I will return at 9 a.m. for the Wake Up Call. We will work through yet another empowering affirmation as we continue on the journey of becoming who we are. And I want to just remind you that I love you and care about you, and that I believe that you are constructive, and all the other things that I say about you, and that I see evidence of it everywhere. So let's go be constructive today, and I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Aloha from paradise.